Hello, my name is Jacob Askew, and this video presents my design process for the restaurant management mobile app which I have created for the software engineering module. The goal of this project was to design a mobile app that improves how restaurants manage their operations. This system has two types of users, staff and guests. Staff members can manage menu items and reservations, while guests can browse the menu and make table bookings. This video explains how I designed the application's user interfaces, tested them with real users, and improved the design using feedback. To begin, I analysed the context of its use to identify what its users need. Staff users are employees working in busy restaurant environments. They need an interface that allows them to quickly add, edit or cancel menu items and reservations with minimal steps. Guests, on the other hand, are restaurant customers who want an easy way to view the menu and book tables using their phones. This meant the app had to be fast, intuitive, and visually clear, with consistent navigation and minimal clutter. I started by making a mock-up to map out the basic layout and navigation flow for both user types. For staff, I designed pages for logging in, viewing and managing menu items, and managing reservations. For guests, I created screens for browsing the menu and selecting a date and time to confirm a reservation. The storyboards illustrated how a user would move through the app. For example, a guest would need to log in, select a date, and choose the size of their party to complete a reservation. After completing the initial designs, I conducted a formative usability testing plan with 2 participants to identify design issues. The first participant was a staff user, and they completed a scenario which included adding a new menu item and declining a reservation. They found the navigation clear and the screens well labelled, but noticed a problem. There was no add a new item button, which made it impossible to add a menu entry. They also mentioned that some pages lacked a clear home button to return to the main screen. The second participant was a guest user, and they tested viewing the menu and making a reservation. They found the layout straightforward and button labels easy to understand. However, they also identified that there was a missing home button on the menu screen, which forced them to restart the app to return to the main page. Both users rated the design a 4 out of 5 for satisfaction. They agreed it was easy to understand and visually clear, but suggested improvements to the navigation and missing functions. Using this feedback, I redesigned the interface to address the issues that was discovered during testing. The key improvements were adding a clear and accessible Add New Item button on the staff menu screen and introducing a universal home button on every page to allow for quick navigation. The redesigned user interface was then implemented as a high-fidelity prototype in Android Studio. This version focuses on realistic layout and correct Android UI components, such as buttons, cards, and navigation bars, to prepare the design for full functionality in the next stage. The final interface provides a smooth, user-friendly experience for both staff and guests, following best practices in HCI and responsive design. In summary, this design process helped me to create a user-centered mobile application that aligns with real-world restaurant needs. Through usability testing, I identified key issues early, used feedback to refine my layouts, and developed a high-fidelity prototype that is ready for implementation. The final design demonstrates how applying HCI principles combined with user feedback leads to a more efficient and usable software solution. Thank you for watching my design presentation.